everyone, it's Carrie with a Pinch of Salt, and I thought I'd go live tonight and show you guys one of our new designs for our mini post sign. Obviously it's backwards in the camera, but this is our 4th of July one. It says Old Glory Fireworks, obviously you can read, and it's got this cute little fireworks display for the this has been one of our most popular things that we have. Everybody's loving the interchangeable signs. I love them. I love all the things that you can change out for this. So let me go ahead and show you how that gets removed. And since today is the first day of mental health awareness, we are going to do the Be Kind new set we have for this. So it's cute. It's got some honeycombs. It has a little bee that goes at the top of the little hanging sign. And then it has a little heart. I think I may have just lost the dot. Oh, there it is. The dot for the eye. And then it got really windy out and dark fast. Is it like supposed to storm? So it's got a little Be Kind sign that will hang, and then it has like little bees at the bottom. So once I get it all together, I will show you guys what that looks like. Once you guys jump on, tell me hi. And let me get my stuff set up over here. Oops. Move my paper towels out of the way. And sometimes comments don't show up over here, so I always have to turn my computer on to make sure that I see comments, because for some reason on the sometimes on the phone you don't see that. Hang on one second. Hang on. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna paint this Be Kind sign. So I'm just gonna use 3 colors. I'm just gonna use my yellow and black and white. And then I do have a black and white paint pen that I'll use. I always like to go around and, like, you know, sometimes freehand some polka dots or something else. I'm just using my paint that's in the jars already. I just flip the tops over. And I probably should put out a Bee Collection paint set, because I don't have that. I did just put out the 4th of July one, but I have this, and then what did I paint today? Oh, I have the insert for the tall signs. Those are, I have a bee insert for that. So I just uploaded, like, I think there's maybe 5 or 6 inserts. Hi, Mom. 5 or 6 inserts for the interchangeable sign that I just put on the website this last week. And then I have the Beach Vibes and the Be Kind set for the mini post. Okay, so let me get going here. So I've got my, you guys know I just use my makeup sponges. I save them as I use them, so there's like little chunks. So let me get organized here. Usually what I like to do is like paint everything that's like, say the color white. Right off the bat, everything's white. So I may go ahead and just do that. It makes things a lot easier. I'm not starting with that though, I'm starting with yellow. And don't forget that you can like mix colors. I'm using a darker yellow, which I usually don't like, but I feel like with the bee kits, you definitely need to use like a darker yellow. I don't think that the lighter yellow really makes the bee stand out. So the darker yellow definitely works. But if you're looking for a lighter shade, you can always mix the white and the yellow together. And if you have acrylic paints at home, you can always use those. Let me know if you're watching, and let me know if you're watching the replay. Do you guys watch videos on replay for like other crafters or creators? I'm always curious on, do you usually watch live, or do you always just catch up on a replay later and see what's going on? Sometimes it's really hard for me to get on at night because it's nighttime. And after dinner and everything else, sometimes it makes it hard. Tonight's easy. You know, my husband's working, so he's gone. So that took care of that. So I I don't know, sometimes it is hard to get live at nighttime because I'm tired from the day. I was super productive this week. I've got my subscription box already planned for this month and everything's ready to go. And I think I have next month's box created too. And then, like I said, I cut all the interchangeables for the porch bucket sign. I'm probably gonna try to paint those tomorrow if I have time, some of them at least. I know you guys like to see things finished. It does make it a lot easier, I feel like, when you are trying to paint on your own. It's easier if you can see like what I have done. So what I've been doing is trying to get at least the blank ones up online, and that way if you, get this out of the way here, then once I have time, then I'll go back through and paint like the blank pieces that I just uploaded. It's kind of hard to try to do that all at once. It's hard to cut everything and then get it painted and then try to get it uploaded on the website. It's much easier for me just to cut and get the blanks up there, and then later on I'll paint and try to get the samples up. So right now all the patriotic stuff is up and painted. I just painted the last thing today and I still have to take pictures of it. I ran out of sunlight. It's the Home of the Brave sign that's up there. There's 3 sets. There's one that says Land That I Love, Home of the Free, and then God Bless America is the other one. So those will be posted. They're on the website. The painted ones just aren't there. Is it gonna storm? I feel like it got like really windy and dark out really fast. I can like hear it outside. And my lights just flickered. Okay, so this is like the little bee sign that'll go into the insert of the mini post. So I'm just gonna paint the whole thing black because all of the other pieces are so small, they'll just fit across the bottom. I think that was thunder. Mom, if you're watching, is that thunder? Maybe it is supposed to storm. We were checking the weather earlier in Gulf Shores and all across the United States, and it said it was raining in Potosi a couple hours ago. So I was like, well, maybe we are supposed to get storms tonight. I didn't know that. Not that I have anything out. We have all the cushions and everything up because of the last couple storms. But I swear it sounds like it's storming out there. Black can be kind of funky. You do have to go over it a few times. Unless you're gonna dry brush over it and you're not really worried about like what the paint color looks like. And some of this is gonna be covered up anyway, but I am going over it. And it really doesn't take that much paint. Like that's it, that's all I've got. And so then I will go in and paint his, like the little bodies are yellow. Usually I have tape holding these, which I don't know why I don't, because these pieces are kind of small. So I always get like blue painter's tape. I get this at Harbor Freight. You can get it at Lowe's or Home Depot. And then I just turn it sticky side up. And then I put the small pieces on there that are like difficult to hold and paint so that my fingers don't get all, you know, colored. But they already are anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then it holds it in place. It's much easier to try to paint when you have that tape holding it. And I just sponge a little on, not a whole lot. It dries so fast when you don't use a lot of paint. And usually what I do is like as I'm going, I'll set everything up. So this is already painted, this is already dry. I will just like put this stuff to the side, and I also kind of like layer it on. Like I'll just layer it onto the pieces so that I know like where I'm at and where I'm going. And it's almost usually dry, so it's fine. I forgot to paint this little bee black. If you're just coming on, I am painting the new Be Kind mini post sign add-on. It has a couple assortments of bees and a honeycomb sign and some bees that hang out down at the bottom. So I'm sure I can get this all glued and put together to show you guys what it looks like. So let me know that you are here. Is it raining? Hang tight. I'm so sorry. I had stuff on the front porch waiting for pickups. I did not think it was supposed to rain tonight. I had no idea. So I just had to scoot that stuff out of the way. So right now, if you guys are working on anything, let me know what you're working on at home. I'm gonna now go to everything that's white. So everything that's white, I'll put on the tape. It's much easier to hold in place. It's really raining out there. Hi, Cindy. How are you tonight? This like rain, I just didn't know it was supposed to rain. Okay, so now everything that's gonna be white is right here. I can paint it all at once and it'll be a lot easier. I'm gonna have to change my paper out soon. It's getting covered in paint. So that was like one swipe of white paint, painted all of these little pieces. So when I say you don't need a lot of paint, you really don't need a lot of paint. Oh gosh, I'm surprised my dogs aren't in here yet. My one dog is terrified of everything. Like ceiling fans. If Amazon drops a box off, he like runs into the other room. We just got chickens. He ran into the other room when he saw the chickens. Like he's terrified. But the rain and storms, he doesn't even like flinch. And then my other dog, once it starts raining, she's freaking out. She's usually like moving the gate to get upstairs into my daughter's room, or she's crying at my door or pawing on it to get in because it's raining. It is pouring outside. So like I said, once I paint everything, I start layering it so I can see where I'm at, what I'm missing, if I want to change colors up somewhere, or if I need to do something different. I kind of wish what am I gonna do here? I kind of wish the honeycomb was a little light yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over it with yellow, and then I'm gonna go over it with white and see if I can just mix the color that way instead of trying to. Actually, I can do this. I take that back. I'm just gonna use my paper and mix on it because it's a mess. My sister's watching me. Hi, Emily. So I just am gonna mix the paint because I have the background of this like the hanging sign, like a dark yellow, and I have like a honey drip that's gonna go on the top, and I wanna paint that a little bit lighter so it kind of shows up. I feel like it's gonna blend in. Oh, that's good. Yes. So like literally, if it's just sprinkling outside, Luna is like running to like hide somewhere. And I'm like, you're like not the one that's scared of everything. Finn is, and Finn's not scared of rain. It's so weird. So weird. Those last couple storms we had, like the tornadoes, like a couple weeks ago, we had them downstairs with us and they were just like petrified, poor things. So I'm shocked that they're not in here sitting at my feet. Maybe they don't know I'm in here. Luna! Because she's got to be somewhere like waiting for somebody, and my son is upstairs, so she's not going to know where to go. She probably doesn't know I'm in my office. But hopefully this will like not go through the night. The other night when it was raining, that thunder like woke us up at 2 o'clock in the morning. My husband and I both sat up at the same time. We're like, whoa. Like, did you hear that? And then it just started pouring outside. And it was going on for a while. Okay, so let me see how this is going. trying to look at the pattern so I can kind of see. And I may go over it with like a little, like I said, I always like to use my paint pens, and I always kind of set everything up how it's gonna look as I'm painting, so then I know what I'm doing. And then sometimes I change colors out. Like I just changed the honey out. Like I didn't like the way it looked as a dark yellow, so I went a little bit lighter. I've been trying to like hold on to the little I for this word kind because I feel like I was gonna lose it. It's so tiny. Is it raining where you guys are? When we had the tornadoes, sirens going off a couple weeks ago, I called my son who doesn't live that far away from me and asked him if everything was okay, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Well, it's storming really bad here." And he was like, "No, it's not doing anything here." I'm like, "That is so weird." Red is kind of funky too. You definitely have to go over it a few times for it to like really stand out. You should let it dry a little bit and then go back in and put like the red over it. But since I'm live, I'm trying to get it done so I can glue it together and show you guys what it looks like. This is gonna go into here. This is gonna go here. Right, I'm already done painting. So now we're gonna go on to gluing. So I like everything laid out as I glue, just so I know how everything fits, because this does fit in here a certain way. So I'll take off like a few pieces. I know this has obviously got to go around the edge. So I use these little super glues from Harbor Freight. If I even poked the hole, hold on. Maybe I didn't open it yet. Or you can use wood glue, like Titebond glue works great. Or Gorilla Glue. There's some thunder. But you just have to use a very minimal amount, like not a whole lot. And even with the super glue, you don't need a whole lot. I just put a couple dots on, trying to make sure it doesn't come out fast. Very small amount around the edge. I always just make sure to get the ends, the corners, so that I know that it sticks well. And this obviously has to fit like around the edge. You didn't see that. So that's why you don't want a ton of glue, because like when you want to make sure that you're getting this like even around the edge, if glue is like leaking out of the side, it will get on your fingers. And super glue dries super fast. And the honeycomb has to sit in here like a certain way. So just be really careful when you're applying like the glue and putting this in to this sign base to make sure that it's right. So the way that it is, it kind of like fits right into these little cut lines. So it's like hanging just like that. And then the honey goes across the top of this, like so. And this little heart goes in here. Be careful when you're using the super glue in these really small pieces. Don't put a whole lot, just a little bit. Goes a long way. For the dot to the eye, I'll just put the glue on the sign and then just lay my dot down. It'll be fine. Then I'm not trying to hold this little teeny tiny dot while I'm trying to put glue on it. I'm itching. Okay. So the little B goes at the top. He obviously, the words B aren't there, but this is like be kind. So I'll try to figure out where the B is gonna set, and then I'll put a little glue on to that area, because I'm not gonna put glue all over the whole back of the B because it's not gonna be there. It's not going to be there. Oh wait, I have this upside down. So this is like this. Okay. And so same thing for these smaller pieces. I'm just gonna put glue onto the sign and not try to like hold those little pieces. I always put my glue cap back on too with these. If you, excuse me, using these from Harbor Freight, they like expand for some reason. So when the top is off of them, sorry, when the top is off of them, they start just like spewing out. So I always put the cap on. Even if you just put it on a little bit, it'll keep some of that glue in. So I'll start one way and work my way in. I just love this post sign. I love how you can change it out. I'll have Christmas and fall and everything at the end of the year. That is so weird. I don't know what that sound is. It's like my washing machine's hitting my wall. I don't want to put everything out for the whole year out at one time, so I'm kind of going slow with it. So this is the hanging sign, and I'm going to go in with a white paint pen. I'll touch some things up. I have no idea why it's doing that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the washing machine is shaking my office wall. The paint pens I'm using now are just a white paint pen from Hobby Lobby. I had a whole set of markers that I had gotten from Amazon, and I did love them, but I was using white so much that I was going through them like crazy. So I just decided to start picking them up at Hobby Lobby. I think they're like $1.99, nothing crazy, but I use white more than anything, so I didn't want to buy a whole set of white or markers again when I just needed white. I'm sorry if that is loud. I don't know what is happening. I've never noticed that before. Make sure you got enough glue on there. And this is how the bottom looks like. So I'll just take my paint pen. Oh wait, I forgot the little heart. Little heart goes on that little bee's butt. Okay, so now that we've got this all glued together, I'm gonna go back in with my paint pen and add just some lines to it. So I always like to go around like the curved lines. I don't know if you guys can, oops, sorry, just put my hand right in there. So I always like to go around the curves of something. So like this little bee head, I will just go around the edge. Maybe I'll do a couple dots there. I'll go across the bottom here. Oh, this isn't totally dry. Let that dry for a minute. The honey, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just a little drip mark, a couple little dots. This honey, there's no right or wrong with this. And the great thing is that if you don't like the way that it looks, you could just paint right over it. But this is just usually what I do. I'll just pick some random pieces and go over it with like the white line. I don't know if you can see the honey so well. Oh, maybe I'll do a couple on the heart. I love polka dots, so I do a lot of polka dots on things. I don't think I'm gonna polka dot this one though. And I do a lot of dry brushing, but this one I wanna keep super simple. So I'm gonna just keep it like that. So like I said, I just like to accentuate some of like the curved lines. If you have like a black marker, you could go over the white part of the wings if you wanted to. Oops, I'm not crazy about that line, but that's okay. I love the dots, just a little line and some dots. That's like just enough, that's all you need. You don't really need a whole lot. So that's what that, oh gosh, I just lost this wing, hang on. I probably didn't put enough glue. I probably should have said I was going live. I think I have like a broadcasting channel or some sort of messenger that if I go live, you can sign up and you would get a message saying that I'm live. I'm gonna try to figure that out tonight because I never know when I'm going live. It's really sporadic with me. I never know what my days are gonna look like. Okay, I think that's dry. I really haven't been on that long. I've only been on for like almost 40 minutes. So the post sign, so this comes just like this. So you buy the post and then you get a set with it and then you just keep adding the sets on. Mine is a little wonky because I cut and create everything first before I sell it, because sometimes I've made things and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it goes together. We're not doing this. So when I originally did this, you have to be very careful down here that your wood matches this bottom seam, not this bottom seam, but the bottom of the post. And I didn't do that. So I did try to sand it down a little bit. So mine is a little wobbly because I didn't do it right in the first place. So this goes just hanging like that. The little bee, they sit right at the bottom. Oh my gosh, this is really cute. I like bee stuff though, I really do. We've got a couple cute bee tier tray kits. And I love it. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, did I glue over the hole? I bet I did. Okay, Carrie, hold on. Nothing like being nervous when you're going live and screwing things up. But I did. I covered the hole up. Oh my gosh. I did. Let me see if I can break it off. Got it. Seriously. Oh my gosh. I saved it. I saved it. Okay, so let's take a lesson from that. Don't cover up the holes when you need to hang it somewhere. Oh my gosh. Come on, girl. What the heck? Okay, so I've got to make sure that I'm not covering up the holes of the dang sign that's gonna hang. That like totally, it works, we're good. But my gosh, I'm gonna have to paint over that because it's not, we all make mistakes, right? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, let's try this again. So we've got the bottom bees already in the stand, and here's the mini post. We're gonna try to hang this sign again. Oh my gosh, I hope it's dry. What the heck? Okay. So now this is going to hang, oh my gosh, just like that. I cannot believe I glued over the hole. That's okay, at least it's fixed. Whoops, so like I said, mine's a little off because I didn't do it right in the first place, but this is what the bee sign looks like. It's so cute. What do you guys think of it? Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're watching the replay, but I just wanted to show you guys one of the new ones that I created. And I showed you guys first. I'll show you the fireworks one because the fireworks one is really cute. I haven't painted the beach one yet. I just cut an extra one today, excuse me, so I could paint the beach scene one. Oh, thanks, Cindy. I just love this. I love all the interchangeable stuff. I love the new bucket sign. I have a bee sign for the bucket one too that I need to paint. So this is the fireworks one. So we've got a birthday, we've got spring, we've got Easter, beach fireworks, the bee, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, and I can't think what else is on the top of my head, but they're all on the website now. So these are all on there. The only ones that aren't on there are for the rest of the year. I don't have like fall, Halloween, Christmas, or anything like that on there just yet. So those will be on later on. I didn't want to throw them all out there at one point, like one time. I thought that was too much. So yeah. So I appreciate you guys watching. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see live, you know, please just let me know, because I do like to paint and I do like to share how I paint and what I do with you guys, but I just never know really like what to get on here and what to show you guys. So this is the new Be Kind post. Yeah, that's it. So like I said, thanks for watching, and if you possibly get some kind of messenger note from me, I'm trying to figure out how to do that where I can send out something that says I'm going live. That way that you guys know that I'm live and you can watch. So have a good night, enjoy the storms, and hopefully they won't last all night long. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks.